It is a hot February morning and I'm here on Sheardown. Yeah, would have loved to fish yesterday. There was some cooler weather, but I had work to do, so it was not to be. Anyway, I managed to get out here today. A long sweaty walk to get up here. I'm at the very top stretch of Sheardown water. Worth the long walk. I'm wearing the full pack today because I wanted the hydration bladder, and you can see I've got my camera today. I've often just been doing pics with my phone, but I decided I wanted to shoot some stuff in RAW, try and get some better pictures. So against my better judgment, I've got the full kit on a hot day. But anyway, here at the river at what we call the second drift, it's behind me there. So it's the top drift of the two on this beat, and I'm going to be fishing from here up to the top boundary, or as far as we get. We'll see how we go. This water, we'll have a look at it. You'll see it during the course of the filming I do today. It's tea colored. It's got this this brack look to it, this kind of peat taint, which as far as I know is unique to this river. I don't know any other rivers in our area anyway that get this. Because this river rises in a wetland, it's because of the nature of this river. It's not like the freestone streams of the Berg, which don't get this coloration. But having said that, it's clear. It's deceptive. The camera picks up the brown. It's definitely not muddy. It's pretty clear. Flows good. So yeah, a bit hot, but the water feels cool. I'll take a temperature later and let's see how we get on. Okay, so couldn't decide, nymph, dry fly. I've decided to go with the dry dropper. I'm going to put on this little hog fly hopper. It's like a general terrestrial thing. It's got some legs sticking out the back. It's got a little barb on it, so I'm going to tie the nymph off the back, New Zealand style. This thing's quite big. It's about a 14, I guess. I'm going to put some floatant on it, some Loxa from Loon, because the CDC can cope with that. And then I'm going to put the nymph, I don't know, about a foot below it, because it's not a big river, it's not very deep, so I'll put it fairly close. That's the plan. Okay, so I've tied on the hog fly using a little what people nowadays call a penny knot, but it's the old Eugene bend knot, 4 turns. And now tying off the bend, I'm going to use some more 6X, as I say, about a foot and a half, maybe, not too much, about that much. This is Rio Powerflex Plus is what I'm going to use. Okay, as far as the nymph goes, a little size 18 flashback pheasant tail. There it is there, which I'm just tying on with that same knot, using the forceps to do it this time. A bit shaky from my long walk in the hot sun. Moisten the knot and pull it tight. Pull till it clicks. Draw the tag end. Okay, so there's the rig. About a foot and a half apart. Good to go. Okay, a fair bit of depth in this pool, so I've put on a longer tippet and a heavier nymph, a little troglodyte, about a size 18 or 20, heavier, just to try and get down in this flow. And I've changed the dropper to a little white-winged ant that I can see a bit better. So I'm putting it into this really deep water here. Let's see what we can come up with. That ledge there. Oh, there's a fish just rose right there. Oh, that's hopeful. Oh yeah. Oh, lovely. Watched it take the fly. Try and keep it out of these logs. A lot of logs in this water. Oh, he's off. Oh well. Did we get the fly? No, he just came off. I think he used a log to come free. That was a pity. That was about a 14-inch brown. Lovely brown. Lovely brown. And another one from the depths, same pool, same sort of size, lovely fish. Took that troglodyte again. I seem to like that fly. Okay, so another bad start. Two fish risen in this first pool above the drift. It seems that little troglodyte, which is a pretty heavy fly, on a longer tippet is doing the business. So I'm going to give him a pool of rest. We'll see if we can get another one out of here. And then past this piece of forest patch, which I'll show you now. Quite unique here that you've got natural forest coming down to the river. Not something we see a lot of in these parts. Quiet water. Enormous log jam there from previously felled wattles. Absolutely enormous, but it's created some quiet water here. A lot of logs on the bottom. Will prove a challenge on the light tippets, but there we go. Throwing that fly dropper rig into the seam of shadow there beside the steep bank on the other side. There you go, out of the depths in the shade there. The little ant just twitched, wasn't sure, thought it might be a stick. Lifted into it, still thought it was a stick, which means this is a better fish. Oh, it's falling deep and I don't know what logs are down there. Oh, I'll keep it out of the logs. I haven't seen this fish yet. Oh, it's a lovely fish. There you go. Lovely brown. Just got to keep it out of the logs. Logs and the sticks. Oh my. That is a very good brown for this little river. Lovely fish. Oh my, what a lovely fish. Goodness me. There you go. What a beautiful brownie. Well, I must admit that was pretty exciting. This water that looks so brown, but it's actually brackish. Just gliding past this piece of steep ground here, throwing its shadow onto the water and down towards that log jam. And that fish was, well, I'll measure against the net now, but it took the fly about there in the deep. Just saw the little dropper dry fly move very gently and I just lifted into it. Fantastic fish. What a pleasure. Okay, so that's the piece of water I'm about to fish. Just lost the troglodyte on the point in a wattle tree, so I hate wattle trees. Just to ring the changes, I've put on a slightly bigger hopper, which you can see really easily, and still a troglodyte below it. So I'm going to throw it in there and see what comes of it. There we go, little fish. Saw that hopper jump. Lovely. Small fella. Little chap, about 8 inches. Let's get the troglodyte out. Another little brownie out of that run. Wow. Slightly better one this. Probably going 10 to 12 inches. Very strong for its size. Let's try and get down here. Little fella. Go. Okay, so I've been fishing this fast water, managed to get one little one out of here. Pleasure to fish these runs, still with the hopper and the little nymph behind it, heavy little nymph. And again, not coming up for the hopper, taking the nymph, but lovely to be on this water. So the morning was blisteringly hot. Thankfully now there's a pleasant breeze and it's clouded over, but with it comes some thunder up ahead there. Weather forecast reckoned that just after midday it would start raining, so probably counting the minutes. I don't know if I'll get another hour, but carry on fishing up here, fishing some of this fast water, and just repaired the leader. Had a bit of a tangle there as one gets. Just a word on the tackle I'm using today. Don't know if you can see that. That's a Horizon 8'3" 3-weight Horizon TFS. From Frontier Fly Fishing, which they very kindly gifted me some years back, and the line which is on that reel, a old Hardy reel, is a Scientific Anglers Creek line, which I'm really enjoying, and thanks to the guys at Frontier for sending that to me. I really do appreciate it. It's designed for this kind of small water, loads very quickly, and you can punch out a short line without having to do multiple false casts, which for me is a big thing. So it's a really slick line, shoots beautifully, and just really enjoying this rig today. Okay, so put a bit of Payet's paste on the furled leader because that was starting to sink a little bit, and having replaced my leader, I've been sitting in the sun for a while, so everything's dried out. Use the opportunity to put some of this Loxa on this hopper as well. It seems to have lost a leg, but I'm not fussed about that. It's really just proved to be a good strike indicator today. Took the hopper. First fish of the day to take the dry fly. Landed down here. That's a nice fish. Oh, missed it. Ominously still. I don't know if the mic is picking it up, but it's rumbling away up in the headwaters, and I've been wading up this far stretch below us, but the wading here is perilous, so I've actually climbed out onto the bank to fish this pool from the bank. I've had a couple of fish go at the hopper. It seems they've switched from wanting to take the troglodyte to having a go at the dry fly as the conditions have changed. So here's the deal. I got one of those stupidly enormous tangles that one gets when you know you're running out of time. So I just cut everything off, keep it simple. I was also hooking a lot of sticks on the bottom of the river whenever it got shallow. So I've cut everything off, just put on a simple CDC and elk single flyer, kind of easier to manage. We're starting to have one of those days where I get tangled. So just drifting a dry through this lovely run. No risers at the moment, but caddis are prolific here. And as I say, I took a couple of fish came up to the hopper. So just ringing the changes, trying the CDC and elk. It's heavy and humid, and I don't think I've got all that long left before the storm comes in. But let's see if we can get a fish on the dry. We just end the morning beautifully. Okay, so it's turned really dark. Thunder directly overhead. Kind of feels like it's gonna come at any minute, but that's what the river looks like. Been throwing this caddis just for the last half hour or so, and they don't seem to want it. I guess it's the impending storm and the low pressure that's perhaps put them down. But what a fantastic morning on the river. I can't remember, 5, 6, 7 fish. A couple came off, a couple on the dry. Later on, started off with more fish on the nymph, including that fish that went about 17 inches. So yeah, just a lovely outing.